Hello everyone, I'm Biddy Blocks, welcome back to the channel. Now hopefully we've got the audio on point now. I've done everything that the Silent Eye asked us to. Anyone new to the channel, by the way, we do have our own audio guy. It's just with current events. It's been a bit hard for us to get our material to one another. So yeah, and hopefully now we've got a decent way of delivering it to one another. So hopefully things will be a bit more brushed up. And a lot of it was my own doing because I was recording in a stupid fashion, and I may still be. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I'm in the padded cell that the Silent Eye requested of me, and yeah, and it's probably the best place for me, to be honest with you. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about this. This is my new font design. Now, if you remember, I've got a font over there on my periodic table. When I started looking for letters in Minecraft, I did what probably everyone does, is look for the smallest letters in Minecraft. That's all I look for in YouTube as a video, and I came up with the one that I've linked in the description. And yeah, it was just a little bit, it was good. It was 3x3s, and it was and yeah, it was reasonably good. It was just a bit plain Jane. So I've kind of built on it with some letters. Some letters are precisely the same, the M's and stuff I think are the same, but a lot of these fonts I've given a bit of a bias, given a bit of a sort of graffiti-ish feel to them, especially the numbers. The numbers are feeling really nice, and yeah, we'll go through and have a look at each one of these individually. I would show you a block by block build, but we've got something like 82 characters or something, 83 characters to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move along like this so that you've got a chance to pause it if you want to pause it, and you should be able to see from what you can see on the screen here what you've got to place. Now it's all about placing steps, and it's all steps and slabs, this one, if you ask me. But yeah, when I say I put a bias on it, I should clarify on that really. If you see like the H there, it's got a thick vertical strokes to it, and yeah, trying to do things like that. Well, you have to do thick ones because you can't do slabs on their side, but I kind of used it to my advantage in some respects, and yeah, just giving things a bias can make things look a little bit graffiti-y, if you see what I mean. And yeah, the O, you could do things a little plainer than that. I was a bit struggling with the O in terms of making it look the same as the sort of other fonts, but I felt it looked better like that. It looks a bit more cursive. Yeah, moving on. We're almost at the end already. This could be a short vid, unlike my other ones where I have to sit there explaining for ages. But yeah, I do hope I'm giving you enough time to pause on these as well, but then yeah, you'll just have to make do. But when you build these, and yeah, I do apologise about the lowercase x there, we're gonna move on quickly. I did rotate it the correct way though. I was very careful the way I rotated it, right? I do apologise if I offended anyone. And yeah, and that's the that's all of them ones. Yeah, and I should say, yeah, from what I can tell, these are the only lowercase I've found. I couldn't find any lowercase, especially fitting into this sort of small space. And they're all 3 high. They're all 3 high. Maximum. The lowercase are 2.5 maximum, I think. All the letters are maximum 3 high, and some of them are a bit clumsy. I mean, I'm not too keen on the G, and the J was a real pain. There were a few pains down here, but yeah. And yeah, if you were doing something like this, you can just play around with it. Because look, if I show you instead of just talking about it, if I put that in there, it does give it that sort of similar feel to it. But I just felt maybe I should. Let me just go see that. Oh, I gotta be honest. See, it looks better like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. But yeah, do it like this. Do it like the other way. There's a few little ways of doing it, but just not doing it like I think the original was either like that. I think it was like that actually, or it may have just been 2 blocks in there, and you know, 2 large blocks and a large block up there. No, it wasn't that. It was 2 slabs. But yeah, I actually prefer it like that, and yeah, we'll do it however you want. Do it however you want. But yeah, and then so move on to the numbers. Okay, here we go. Now I'm pretty sure these are just how I did the numbers in the clock. So the numbers look really nice in the clock, and these I've managed to give these a real nice little bias. I mean, the 6 is lovely. I think the 6 is lovely and bulbous, and the 8 as well. Love that 8. But yeah, 9's also really nice. Just an upside down 6, funny enough. See, this is why I should go change out my other one. This is why I remember why I did. I wanted to make everything slightly different. I didn't want to make the O's, and I suppose I could have gone like this. Comments in the section. What do you think this looks better? Should I have it like that and then change the other O back to how it was? Or should I have it like that? Is that a 0? It does kind of look like a 0. Comments in the comment section. Slab or no slab? Right, we'll leave it no slab for the time being. Right, so on to exclamation mark. And then on to... there's another trick that you can also use. Maybe I should show you that while I'm here. Let me just go get one of these. Okay, so yeah, things do start getting rather tricky around here. I should have said it earlier, but look, if you want to bulk things out and make them look a little bit more rounded, the good thing about using quartz is that you can use, you do have a kind of quarter slab available, and yeah, you can thicken things out. So if you wanted to make them look a little bit more circular or a little bit more square, I suppose, yeah, you'd slap a trapdoor on the bottom of them. So we've got inverted commas, we've got a pound sign. Oh, and I do apologise. Yeah, I had to stretch a little bit here. The dollar sign I found very difficult. If anyone can make any different to a dollar sign, you know, make any improvement to this, then go right ahead. But otherwise, you're going to have to deal with it. 3.5 high. I do apologise if you're American, but if you don't like it, you know what you got to do. Come back to mama. Okay, moving on to the ampersand. I do like the ampersand, actually. This was a modification of an 8, you can probably tell, where I just slapped them on there. I don't know why this took me so long to get the solution to this one. I know it's 4 wide instead of 3. But it's but yeah, it was a really difficult one to start off with. I started trying to cram it into a 3-space thing, and then I just thought, why the hell am I doing this? So yeah, I just slapped 2 stairs on the side of an 8. Yeah, so here we have the commas, pausing. Then we have a really simple minus sign, plus sign, and you can see here I have used the trapdoors on this just to thicken them out a little bit. You could do that however you wanted. Yeah, and I had to play around with the X. I wanted it to look different, as I said, to the other X down there. I'm trying to make them all look like individual characters. So yeah, I played around with it a bit, but you can mess around however you want. Equal sign, and then we have my favourite character of all of them, the hashtag. What the hell, that just looks so cute, and that in smooth quartz block or any sort of smooth sort of step block is going to look incredible. That really does look nice. There we have an @ symbol, which looks awful. That's my least favourite out of all of them. If somebody can do an @ sign without being a smarty pants and using banners, yeah, go right ahead. Here we have the percentage sign. This is another one where I had to stretch out to 4 long. Another one I had to stretch out to 4 long because it just didn't look right. Yeah, and then we have a comma, full stop, semicolon. Yeah, I should say with this umlaut, and with anything, if you're wanting to improve on a font, remember you can have a quarter slab up the side as long as you use quartz block or something. I suppose there's a few wooden stair blocks that you can use because there's trapdoors with very similar colours to it. Yeah, you can use these trapdoors on the side, and what I do is just make sure that you've got something like that on the side, and yeah, it looks really nice. And a place where I use this font, where did I use this font? Here, it was on my soap, wasn't it? And this is actually the smallest font because this is technically, well, it's too high, but it looks too high. It's actually 2 1/4 on its highest letter, and I think I could actually make an even smaller font than what I made over there, but we're going to stick with this as I've got it for now. The only thing I do worry about this is where do I put this now, because I don't really want to put this alphabet up on the wall, because you look at this room and it kind of trying to give the impression that it belongs to somebody who is, like, you know, scientifically proficient, not somebody who's struggling through the early stages of literacy. So I need to find somewhere to put this that is going to be in keeping with the room. So I think I'm going to have to build a filing cabinet or something like that to put all these sort of designs in. And if you like these font designs, maybe I'll make some more. Maybe I'll try and hammer out, I can think of the problems already, Jesus. But yeah, I'll try and hammer out a even smaller font, you know, that sort of 1 block wide / 2 blocks if you count the trapdoors. Yeah, I'll try and do some smaller ones and maybe even some bigger ones. I do think that the I do think that these sort of fonts and stuff like that are quite fun to do. So I wouldn't mind seeing how small I can get an actual cursive font, you know, where it's all nice and joined up and pretty like that. That would be quite an interesting video or interesting challenge, or an interesting challenge to anyone else that wants to give it a go. I do notice that we've picked up a fair few subscribers lately, and my last video, can I just say, with the clock, the response from the clock, 2 people commented in the comments there, and they're 2 people that I find very useful. You've got Reverse Gravity and obviously Mezuma Games, who was most of the modules in that thing. And yeah, I was really, really buzzed by that. If either of you are watching, thank you very much for commenting, because that was really a pat on the back for me. They mean more to me than even the other comments, which they all mean to me as well. You know, leave a comment, because I do enjoy reading the comments. So yeah, and any guesses on what this is as well, I'll give you a clue. It's there's something in the picture right now that may be a clue as to what this actually does. But yeah, this would be my next vid. All right. So anyway, until then, I'm Beardy Blocks. Bye bye. Beardy Blocks.